Hey everybody, Cliff Yates. Become a creator. Become a YouTuber. Get out the camera, turn it on. Make millions. Well, you could really. In today's world, you can actually make millions. I'll tell you how you can do it. Not that I'm an expert, not that I'm there yet, but listen, I'm age 68 and I have the vim and vigor, I think, of at least the 25-year-old version of myself. And so I don't think we're really, well, we should be concerned chronologically with how old we are, but how old we are energy-wise. And listen, I have the energy, and I'll tell you how I get it, how I do it. But this video is really about becoming a creator, and I would really encourage you to become a YouTuber for a couple different reasons. Listen, I have about 900 videos on YouTube, so it's a platform that houses your videos for free. So it's a place to house your videos for free. You can actually make your videos, put them on YouTube, and keep them private, so that just you or your family can check out the videos. And you know what? It becomes fun. I made a video more than 5 years ago now about how I put in some pool handrails, okay? Our house in California. So I made this video, showed how I drilled into the concrete, the kind of roto drill that I used, and then I showed myself putting in these handrails. And then I got a free affiliate link. You can create an affiliate account through Amazon. This is going to be the crazy part. You're not going to believe this. It's almost, when I tell people about it, they say, you can do that? Yes, you can do that. So I got an affiliate link, and I got an affiliate link after I got my affiliate account set up through Amazon. Then I got the link for those handrails. And then I put that in the description of the YouTube video. And then I said, if you want to get these handrails, click the link in the description. Now, every time somebody clicked that link to buy that handrail and they bought the handrail, I got a commission on those sales just by making the video. Well, I bought the handrails initially. It was $260, I believe, was the cost of the handrails. But now here's the crazy part about being an affiliate marketer or using affiliate links. When someone when someone clicks your affiliate link and they go to Amazon, that leaves what they call a cookie on Amazon. So Amazon knows that the person that clicked in was sent there by your specific link. Now, let's say they check out those handrails, but they don't buy them. Let's say they come back on Amazon 20 hours later and they buy 10 TV sets. You get commission on all 10 TV sets. So every time someone goes to Amazon through your link, and all you did was make a video of what you were doing, and whatever they buy for 24 hours, you get a commission on. So that might inspire you right now to start making some videos, because you're probably doing things anyways, right? Like repairing something, repairing a pipe, planting flowers. And, hey, listen, I'm planting my flowers, and this is the shovel set that I used. And you can get these on Amazon. If you like them, check them out on Amazon. Click the affiliate link. And now, even if they don't buy those shovels, whatever they buy on Amazon in the next 24 hours, you're going to get a commission on it. It seems almost too good to be true, but it's there available to you. It's available to you to do, and why not? We have so many tools available for us right now to do all these things as a creator. And if you're older, you're not behind the times. You are not too late. You are not tech unsavvy. It's very easy. As a matter of fact, in today's world, and I'm learning this myself, by the way, you can just go to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT will tell you exactly how to do things. It'll tell you, okay, this is what you want to do. This is exactly how to do it. Do you want me to walk you step by step? Yes. And ChatGPT will do that for you. It wasn't that long ago, maybe 20 years ago, to get a crazy wazoo website, it might cost you 15 grand, $20,000. Now you can get your domain name, that's yourname.com, right? TimSullivan.com. I have CliffYates.com. And you can get that domain name for probably $10 to $12 for the whole year. You can get a WordPress theme for free, and ChatGPT will tell you and help you set up your website. But do you need a website? Probably not. You don't need a website to be an affiliate marketer. It's easy to turn your phone on and upload it to YouTube for free, create an affiliate account with Amazon for free, and then grab your links to all of the products either you buy or that you've used to create or repair something, and then send people to Amazon to check out the tools or the products that you have just bought, used, or demonstrated for them. And then when they buy, you get paid. So those handrails, now it's not a lot of money, but for the first 3 to 4 years in the summertime, I made, in the summer months, I made $3,000 to $4,000 every year for about 4 years. So I made over $12,000 in affiliate income, and all I did was upload that video to YouTube. I never did anything more. I never paid for advertising for that video, but it was a video that people do search. Now, YouTube is owned by Google. So Google and YouTube are intertwined, and that's why YouTube is the second search engine that there is behind Google, because Google owns YouTube. So they're very interacted. And so when you start creating videos and content, it can be picked up by Google, and people will find you that way if you want them to find you. But that's just one incentive to become a creator. Another way is just to become monetized in the YouTube partner program. And there's several steps to becoming monetized. You can, first of all, you need to get over 1,000 subscribers, which I struggled with for a while. And then boom, as soon as you get over 1,000, it seems to take off. And then you need over 4,000 watch hours within the past 365 days. I think those are the only two. Yeah, those are the only two obstacles or the benchmarks that you need to make before then you become, if you want to monetize, then you get paid, you know, what they would call, what's it called, RP. You know, it's views per thousand. You're going to get paid depending on the category you're in, of the video you're in. Your videos used to show up to people based on your subscribers, so it was a big deal to try to get the most subscribers. Now, that's no longer the way. Now, YouTube has used algorithm where they want people to be served based on the interest. So you can have five subscribers, but if your video is in high demand and it can go viral, it can get 5 million views just based on the interest and how many people are looking at it and how long they stay on the platform, you're going to get rewarded. And YouTube rewards itself because it knows, hey, not only are people interacting with this video, they're commenting, they're liking, but they're staying on this video through the whole thing, or 75% of the way. And so YouTube, not consciously, but in an algorithm way, they say, wait a minute, okay, this is, people want to see this. People who are interested in this thing, surfing, so they're going to show it to people who search for surfing kind of things. And that's how it basically works right now with YouTube. And you know what? You can get paid not only with YouTube, but on Twitter or X. You can get paid with Instagram videos. But I think initially you should start with YouTube because it's really the easiest to do. And a lot of the times, I follow a guy called Rob the Mariner. And when I started following him, he does a lot of walking and talking, and he's all about promoting videos to help people that want to be creators and YouTubers who are older, 40. Isn't this great? I am in the middle of Wickham Park in Central Florida. It's a beautiful 70-something degrees today. But Rob the Mariner, getting back to him and my scattered thoughts here, he likes to do walk and talk videos, and he's in Canada, and he walks along the water. And I've done a lot of walk and talk videos along in the ocean, but now, through divorce, I'm forced to be at our townhome, which is 8 miles in from the ocean, but I'm adjacent to this beautiful park that, as you can tell, not overcrowded. And so wherever you are, You know, all the philosophers used to walk and talk. That's how they got their best ideas. And hey, you can do your videos that way. Start there. Start that way. Now, I just happen to become a creator really by force because I was a stand-up comedian for over 30 years, while at the same time I was a cop. So I was cop by day, comedian by night. And so I had to promote my shows. I had to get people to show up. So I got into the habit, and then I got into the creative part of comedy by renting my own theaters. And so I had to get kind of savvy marketing-wise. How do I get more and more people to come to the shows? You know, I had a big audience with my LA County Sheriff's members, you know, 10,000 plus deputies. I had that going for me. But I got into promotion of shows and how to get people to come. So I had to get a little bit adept at social media and, you know, getting the word out, printing tickets, printing flyers, and, you know, learning how to use the comedy club's email system to promote the show. And I found this website called PR Log, and it's where you create your own press release. So I created my own press release, you know, comedy cop to do, you know, night of comedy at the El Portal Theater in North Hollywood, which is what I did. And so, you know, I put out my own press release. Well, a lot of local press people or even national press people, they look at those press releases. And that was a press release I created myself through this website. And news agencies look at it. And I got notified by a local producer in Los Angeles. Matter of fact, it was Channel 9, one of the big ones in LA. And I ended up going on the television to promote my show. So I was on Channel 9 News, and I never heard, you are definitely not allowed to do that without getting permission. As a deputy sheriff in LA, you are not allowed to go on the news without notifying the Sheriff's Information Bureau and getting permission before you can make statements and representing yourself as an LA County deputy sheriff. But I did it because I didn't want to. I went with the old adage, better to ask for forgiveness than for permission, because I didn't want them to say no. And I had really put a lot of effort into this theater show. It wasn't my first, it was my third actually. So I got myself into promotion and marketing through my comedy career. And now that's transitioned into, I use these skills for my content creation with YouTube, Instagram, and specifically my podcast. I love podcasting. So I have a podcast, The Cliff Yates Show. If you haven't already, check it out. It's on a playlist. I videotape it. So it's on a playlist right here on my YouTube channel. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Matter of fact, when I edit this, I'll be throwing up some subscribe graphics. One of the things you'll learn when you become a YouTuber. And start today. Like I'm using my iPhone. Now, this is the first time that I got, by listening to Rob the Mariner, you know, he made a lot of sense, because I used to always go live, horizontal mode, or film in horizontal mode with the rear-facing camera, because then I can see myself and then I know I'm perfectly framed. And so that's what I would do. But the difference in image quality between that rear-facing camera and this front-facing camera is of such a degree, I mean, you really have to use this front. Now listen, it's not that hard. I don't even know if I'm in frame right now. But, you know, I did a couple practice shots, and I saw about where I should be looking and where to hold the camera if I want to be pretty much centered in the camera. But when you're making videos like this, it's not necessary to be perfect. People don't want to look at perfect when they want to watch people in real life, IRL. And so don't be so concerned about that. So another point about being a creator, and I want you to start today. Start being a creator today. Start being a YouTuber today. And this is how you do it. Turn on the damn camera. You know, get a small tripod or get a handheld gimbal thing. Or I got a little tripod here that I'm using to handhold. And then start filming. And guess what? You never have to publish it. Or you can keep it, as I said before, keep it on your YouTube channel as private or unlisted. Then no one else can see it or find it except those who you share the link with, or you let your family see it, or maybe it's just for you. So you never have to publish them, but why not start filming them? Because it's all about getting the reps in. When you get the reps in, you get better. You just get better at doing it. You know, learning theory and learning kind of the aesthetics and the gear and sound and different mics to use is all really great. But if you let anything say, I'm not ready yet, it's not quite right, it's not perfect, I mean, you don't want to be there. You want to start right from where you're at. And if you can, you want to create the best quality and quantity you can. I mean, I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd for sound. So, you know, I got this little lavalier mic that I use, Hollyland, and it works great. And it requires no Bluetooth or anything. I have a little receiver on the phone, and I like the sound that it creates, and it really blocks out background noise. However, I have very little here in this park. It is just beautiful. I mean, I have really started to like walking in this park. But so don't get too caught up with gear or anything that's going to stop you from starting today, tonight. I want you to just just prop up the phone against the wall and then start recording yourself. Now I got a friend of mine. He makes great videos on his travels. This guy travels all over the world. He was just in Exuma, Bahamas, bone fishing with a fly rod, and he made these great videos. But you know what he said? You know, he said, hey, I don't do it to, let's say, look at me. He says, I use it as my travel log. So I can look back and I have all these videos. You know, it's in their cloud, on their platform for free. So why not? That's where I keep my videos. So a lot of times I post them, but sometimes I don't. I just keep them on the platform. You know, well, I guess he has to post them to be on the platform. But don't wait. Just start. Now, I'm a little sound nerd. I'm a little video nerd. But don't be like a camera nerd and say, I need one of those cameras, those mirrorless cameras with the flip out, which I use for podcasting. It's great. But, you know, for this type of thing, I have a wide angle lens on my Canon M50. And it's great for doing something like this. But, I mean, it's a little bit heavy. And if you're going to walk and talk like I'm doing now for 20, 30, 40 minutes, 18 hours, you know, your shoulder's going to get sore. And why not use your iPhone? My God, this camera. And like I said, you want to be using that front-facing camera because the quality is so great. You know, I talk about this all the time, how people have filmed full feature films on an iPhone. I mean, you can attach different lenses to an iPhone, but I mean, look at this shot. You can really, there's third-party apps that you can put on your phone so that you can actually control the aperture, or you can control the ISO, the amount of light you're letting into your camera. So you can get a little nerdy with your iPhone and third-party, you know, adapters you can put on your iPhone. But really, all in all, the iPhone itself is of such a high quality. You know, of course, see, now if you're over 50, I'm 68. I know, it's hard to believe. Listen, I'm 68, full of vim and vigor, and I love creating content. I like editing videos. I really enjoy it. I could be there 2 or 3 hours editing, and I enjoy it. So do what you enjoy, and you might find you enjoy creating content, whether you put it out there into the world or not. I mean, or make a living at it, or just has a side hustle, or maybe a little extra spending money, you know, as you get older. Maybe you're retired. But listen, just start producing content. And I know my thought was, I'm thinking of going back, and if you're of my age, you'll know, because I really got into this stuff when it would be, you don't know at the time, but it was very hard. It was very hard. When I say hard, I mean, there was a lot of friction between creation and, well, there was no publication. I just was into creating content. I was into making movies with my Super 8mm movie camera. You remember the Super 8s? Actual film that you put in. So hey, when you cooked the film, that was it. You know, there was no digital, there was no, you know, erasing or, you know. So I actually did start to get into editing, but that was kind of intensive, right? You had to put you had to put one slice of film over another slice and slice it together. And I remember getting a splicer, but I was never too good at it, and I never got into it so much. I love editing now digitally, but physically that was really tough to do. So, you know, that's something I enjoy. Now, maybe you haven't done it. Hey, give it a whirl. Now, you got free video editing platforms you can use. Now, I use Adobe Premiere. I get the suite because, you know, I get Lightroom and I get Photoshop, and you know, half the time I don't even use all the things that I have available to me. But you know, I like Adobe. I've been working with it now for, you know, over 10 years, really, probably over 5 for sure. And I love Adobe. And so Adobe Premiere Pro, it helps me when I make my videos of the podcast, because it's very easy for me to export the video as an MP3, which is a video format. And at the same time, then I export as an MP3, which is audio only format, which gets uploaded for the podcast. Podcasts are audio only, even though YouTube has created a podcast playlist on people's YouTube channels, because now people are watching and or listening on YouTube to podcasts. So they're not even going, you know, to Spotify, iTunes, or iHeartRadio, although my podcasts are all on there. But there's ways and there's platforms to do that that'll help you, you know, put your content up there. But the fact is, there at the time when I was saying making those Super 8mm movies, which I love doing, as a matter of fact, I used to create scenes with my little video camera, and I would edit while I was shooting. So I would create the shots. So I remember doing this crime scene video, and I had my friends all dressed up in suit coats as detectives, and then I had a shotgun, my neighbor had a shotgun, and then so we started in the kitchen chasing a guy, and I had him you know, going towards the kitchen door, you know, with their shotguns as the guy runs out. And then I stopped filming, and then I moved outside, and then I had my crime neighbor kid. He ran out the kitchen door, and then everybody else is following him out the door, right? And then they continue chasing him, and then I pan as they chase him around the corner, and then I moved my camera. I stopped recording, and then I went around the corner, and then I had them set up again, and then they would run around the corner of the back of the house, and then they would tackle him, and then they would take him into custody, you know, put a shotgun to his head. And then when I developed it, I just couldn't wait. Now, sometimes I'd have to wait, right, like a week to see what I shot, you know. So, I mean, that was fun. Now that I'm getting all these memories now of how I did that. But that was really fun to do, because then a week later I got excited when I would go pick up the film of my movie, and then I couldn't wait to get the projector all set up and then see how it all came out. And then I shot it the way I wanted it to play in my head, so most of the time it came out really well. And then I would invite everybody over that, you know, was in my movie, and then friends and family who wanted to see it. But if I remember correctly, we didn't even have sound, you know, it was a silent film. And so it was so much fun, but I didn't have any technology back then. Now look what you can do. Now, I mean, like I said, I use Adobe Premiere Pro. I can actually afford Adobe Premiere Pro, so that means it's not that expensive. What does that mean? Why am I saying that? Because for the longest time, Adobe Premiere Pro was actually, it was used by the studios to edit feature films. And so those platforms are now available to us to use. And so why not take advantage of it? If you're an older person, maybe you're retired. I retired from the LA County Sheriff's Department. Of course, along the way, I was already creating content, but maybe you're retired or about to, or maybe you want it to be your side hustle. All right, I'm going to send you to a guy, if you're still watching and or listening, but I know you are. Go to Myron Golden. Myron Golden. He has a couple videos where he actually lays out, listen, his whole message of his video is turn the damn camera on, turn the camera on. I don't care what you're doing. You're cooking fish, turn the camera on, because then he shows where he was creating videos for about a year, and he never even looked into monetization. And then all of a sudden he got monetized. He said, yeah, I might as well monetize. I hit a button. And then he said that month I made $12,000. He goes, what? Where'd that money come from? He got monetized. Oh, the next month he made like $25,000. And he was thinking, this is the same content that I've been making for the past year, except I didn't hit the monetize button. And then all of a sudden, some months he was making $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a month. Now, I don't know if you and I are going to make that money. Who knows? But why not get in the game? You don't know unless you play. You know, when it comes to the end of your life, and they count all the wins and losses. Don't let it be said that you did not play, because it is fun. It is fun to play. And you know what, I'm sure, number one, you got something good to say. You got something important to say, because you've done things. And you've probably done some things that are interesting to people who didn't do those same things. You probably worked in a job that other people didn't work at. I know you worked in a job that I didn't work at, I'm sure. Or maybe you did. Thanks for, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. But and I'm sure you've done things and gone places that I haven't and other people haven't, that people would be interested to either know or hear about or see. And now you can talk about those places and those things you've done, or film yourself doing the things you're currently doing. You know, when you start creating content, sometimes it inspires you to do and go places that you might not have gone. You start thinking, you know what, that would be a great place to create some videos. And you know what, I'm always going to have that. Or if something happens to me, or God forbid, I pass on, or when I do pass on, I'm going to have this content. You know, Jim Rohn used to say, when I went to see him 40 years ago, Jim Rohn said, hey, don't you wish your grandparents had taken like a ton more pictures and you had those available to you? Don't you wish they had taken hundreds and hundreds of more pictures? But you only have these few pictures. So he would always say, take lots of photos, take lots of pictures, leave that behind for people, right? To experience you, to know you better, even after you're gone. How about on YouTube? You're going to have, I have 900 videos. This video alone, right? I pass on. Maybe tomorrow I'm in a plane crash. This video will live on. And now my grandkids can take a look at this, and it's always going to be housed there. And maybe they won't look at it for 10 years. You know, maybe I'll keep that account going through my sons, and but the grandkids can look at that. And so that's really important. I mean, I think it's a way to enhance your life and the way you're living. Now, some of these trails I'm on, they're bike trails. So I don't want to get hit head on. But definitely these walking and talking videos are really good. I think it really inspires conversation. I know it's one-ended right now. It's just me talking to you, but I appreciate the time with you. But being a creator, I want to, this whole video was about, I want to encourage you. And I like, you know, the pastor of the church where I go to said, Cliff, you have the gift of encouragement. And I feed off of that. So if I could encourage you to become a creator, and you know, listen, I'm not a big time instructor on creation, but as you go along, you're going to learn things about video and about pictures and about editing and learning new things. That's great for your brain. I'll tell you right now, if you're getting to the age where you're over 50, 60 years old, you want to keep engaging your brain and learning new things. That's one of the things that's going to keep you physically and mentally fit, is learning new things. And like I'm learning a new trail right now, or I'm lost. But hey, I got the sun in the west and the other side is the east. So that's going to be pretty easy to get out of here. So I won't have any trouble. But I got to tell you, it's pretty rewarding. You know, and just do it for your own, start for your own self. Something that you want to start doing, that you want to look into doing it to see if you enjoy it. And look at these cones. Oh man, this is kind of cool. I should take that home with me. Yeah, this park is pretty amazing. So there's bike trails, there's hiking trails, there's horse trails, combination of both, 3. It's nice to have this right next to my townhome. Still our townhome until divorce is final. So enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. Wherever you are, enjoy where you're at, and why not put the camera on and share it with other people, share it with the world. Everybody now has the ability to be a creator, to be a journalist, to be, and if you're old enough, you realize, wait a minute, there was no way that there was too many gatekeepers. You could not be a creator and share content with the world and put value on that. You couldn't create an online store and sell merchandise like now you can. You could get print-on-demand products, t-shirts. You could design them, get a link for them, put them in your YouTube channel, and then when people click on that link, then they can buy your t-shirt that you created, and then the print-on-demand service that you signed up for, basically hired with a subscription amount, it's usually not very much, they're going to print up that shirt, package it, and send it to the address of the person who ordered it. You don't have to house it in your garage. You don't have to have it sent to you. You don't have to box it up and send it to the person who ordered. Print-on-demand stores will do it for you. All these things are available to us now so that you can be an entrepreneur. You can be in business tonight and not have any overhead. You don't have any rental. You can be creative. You can create products, and you have no stress. If no one buys, you're not out any money. And so, you know, some platforms and subscription services are going to be a monthly service, but maybe it'll be 10, 15, 20 bucks a month. I don't know, but you can try it for a while. A lot of them have 30-day trials. See how you like it. Check it out. Pretty much if you sold one t-shirt, probably pays for the subscription. So to stay zero and not have any expenses, you need to sell one t-shirt. That might be pretty easy, especially if you're creative and you come up with some, you know, nice shirt that someone might be interested in buying. It's got an interesting saying on it. I'm saying give it a try. Get out there and be creative. You know, you're never too old. You're never too late. Don't think, oh, you know, it's too saturated now. It's never too saturated because, number one, you're an individual. You're different than everybody else. You're the same in a lot of respects, but you're different. You are an individual. It's not just about that. It's not just about that fingerprint that makes you different. There's a lot of other ways and things. You are a unique person that some people are going to really take to. They're going to want to listen to. They're going to want to see. Maybe they want to see your adventures. They think you're kind of crazy. They love seeing your crazy videos, and they're going to say, hey, I want to follow you. I followed this gal, Laura Landers. She's a single-handed sailor. I think she's like 25 years old. She sails all over. She's in French Polynesia right now by herself. And sometimes she has shipmates with her. But she's learned how to do all of these, you know, repairs on her sailboat, you know, from a time when she didn't really know how to do any of it to now she can probably do almost anything with the engine, with the sails. You know, she gets herself up on top of the, you know, the mast. And, you know, she winches herself way up 30 feet in the air. And then she gets down and dirty in the engine. She knows how to, you know, fix the water systems. And she's learned how to do all these things. I think I better go back this way. And but, you know, she makes her money to support her sailing adventures around the world with her YouTube channel. She has like, I think it's 350,000 subscribers. And she gets 20 to 30,000 views on every video that she plays. But they are interesting, and she's out there in beautiful French Polynesia or the Bahamas. She filmed herself going through the Panama Canal and how you do that, which I always thought, I didn't even know you could do that as a small vessel, but she showed herself doing it. She showed, you know, how you have to do it. You know, you have to actually hire a guide to come on the boat with you. They have to help with the lines. You have to have like 4 people to do the lines as you're in the locks, and you have to go in the locks behind big ships. And they get 2 or 3 sailboats of the same size to come in together. And then you link up, and you're actually linked up. You're roped up together, lined up. I forgot what they call it. Escapes me. But she filmed all this. It was pretty fascinating. And she had always wanted to go through the Panama Canal. And so she got it done. And she videotaped it. And for posterity. And it's very interesting. But I love watching some of those videos. But we all have different interests. There's people that love gaming. They just watch gaming videos. And there's a lot of gamers who video the games that they're playing. And so whatever your niche might be, but whatever it is, just start. Start tonight. As I said before, you don't have to publish it. Start, practice, get the reps in. I've written a couple books, and the best book I wrote was Deputy. It's about my life as a deputy sheriff in upstate New York, and then going to Los Angeles and becoming a deputy in the largest sheriff's department in the world. Listen, if you're going to be a writer, what do? You start writing. Just get after it. get after it and write that first draft. Because guess who sees the first draft? Nobody. And yet if you're a writer, believe me, people just hesitate and they put it off. It's not quite perfect. Just get typing, damn it. No one sees the first draft, probably not the second draft. Third draft, you're probably gonna get a little, you're gonna have an editor you're gonna hire. But the bottom line is, it's the same with videos. Just start videotaping if you wanna try being a creator, and I'm encouraging you to do it. Now there's a way to make some cash doing it. Why not? If you're already doing it, if you're already repairing your sink, you're already fixing your garage door, why wouldn't you videotape that? Put it up and create an affiliate link for whatever you use, for the jackhammer you use, for whatever the drill you used. And you link up your checking account. Now everybody that clicks that link, whatever they buy on Amazon, all you do is see the money in your checking account at the end of the month. You don't have to do anything else. You're laying on the couch. People are paying you. 3 a.m., people are paying you. That's passive income, where you're making money. You're not trading time for money. You're already repairing the sink, right? You're already using those tools, and you're already demonstrating. And those are very popular how-to videos. How to exchange, right? The limiter on your shower, how to put in a new shower head. Those kind of things. Those how-to are very popular. And if you're doing them already, set up the camera, maybe put a light up. Just turn the damn thing on, whatever you're doing. You're getting rid of moles, or whatever it is. There's probably going to be 1 million people who were wondering, wonder how I would do that. And so I know my mom had she had a chipmunk in her house, and I go, well, let me go to YouTube University. That's what I call it, YouTube University, and let me figure out how we can get that chipmunk out. And so it was in her bedroom, and I said, hey, this is what I found out. It's in the bedroom, so close that door. You got your slider out there, open that up, because they're actually going to know that's an escape route, and they're going to jump out that way. Or we're going to put some peanut butter on a cracker near that door, and they're going to... But you know what we did? We opened that sliding door to the outside, and we shut the bedroom door. The thing zipped out. And here my mom had called the police. Well, she's 90, and she called the police to help her get the chipmunk out, but we got it out. I gave her some guidance through a YouTube video that I searched. I used that search engine of YouTube, and I said, hey, how do you get a chipmunk out of your house? And lo and behold, there's a lot of videos on how to get a chipmunk out of your house. I just did a video the other day. Now, it got 300 or 400 views, how to cook bacon. I decided, well, I'm going to be cooking bacon in the oven, which is a little bit different than on the stovetop. So I looked at some other videos, and I thought, hey, I'm going to create my own video of me doing it, preheating the oven, putting parchment paper down, and doing those kind of things. And I had fun doing it. And, when you just turn the camera on and you do it, now I edited that one, but a lot of times you just turn the camera on, let it roll, and you don't have to edit. But, a lot of times I like to edit out dead time or things like that. Now today, I just am walking and talking with you on how to be a creator. I'm encouraging you to be a creator. Start right now, start tonight. So now you have your marching orders. You have your marching orders. Be a creator. Start today. Start tonight. Do it. Do not overthink it. Start moving forward. All you need to do is turn on your camera. Maybe go to YouTube. How do I start my YouTube channel? How do I create the account? If you haven't done that already, those are some of the basics that you can start right now and get after it. Start with one platform that you concentrate on. Start with YouTube. Why? Because it holds all your videos for free, number one. Number two, that's something you can really monetize easily over time. Maybe it'll take you a year. Maybe it'll take you a couple months. The point is, there will be some milestones along the way to get monetized. Well, you can monetize yourself right away. Video number one, if you're doing something like, I am taking a stump out of my front yard and I'm using this electric saw. And you know what? This saw worked great getting this stump out. This saw is a Smith & Wesson. If you want to check it out, there's a link in the description. Get a saw just like this one if you want to get your stump out. People click that link and then you get paid a commission for the sale or anything else they buy on Amazon, because you will create an Amazon affiliate account. You don't need to be monetized yet. You can start making money with your first video. All right, everybody, I hope that this encourages you, inspires you to get going as a creator, regardless of your age, right? The age that we're only concerned right now is with the energy. I'm in a 25-year-old energy, and I hope you are too. And if you're not, you can get there. I'm Cliff Yates, everybody. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, and you can be a creator starting today. Do it now.